Hello students, welcome to my virtual class in which we are going to cover the standards of limit 1 and limit 2. Reasoning with definitions and theorems and the properties can be used to justify claims about the limits and as well as the continuity. Our success criteria is to evaluate the limits using the analytical, graphical and numerical approach. Also, we have to discuss the continuity of piecewise function in the open and the closed intervals. Now you can see on the wall there are different icons of the YouTube. Here if you will press, they will lead you to my videos in which you can watch and then clear your doubts about the limits and the continuity of the functions. You can see one more icon of the quizzes.com. If you press that quizzes.com's icon, then it will lead you to the quiz, made by me, which you can take it, play it as a game, and then you can see that which kind of doubts you have. You can ask and clear the doubts by asking me the questions. Let's solve some of the questions which are given on the same slide. So let's see how to determine if the function is continuous or not, and if it is not, then give the reasons of the discontinuity and also name the. So in front of you there is a question of piecewise function. It contains an equation negative 2x plus 3 when x is less than 1, whereas when x is greater or equal to 1, the function is equals to x squared. So whenever we have to discuss the continuity, the first thing is we have to collect the data. The condition of the main conditions are given in the form of x equals to 1. So we will write limit x approaches to 1 from the left side. We have to write limit x approaches to 1 from the right side, and we will check that what will be the limit when x is approaching to 1 from both sides. We also have to determine whether what is the value of the function at 1. So the left hand side, it means all the x values which are less than 1. So we have the equation that is negative 2x plus 3. For the right side, it means the x is greater than 1. So the condition is x squared. When you have to read the limit from the both sides, you have to see overall limit. And function f of 1, it means where the function is equals to 1. So that is the second equation where you can see it is equals to x squared. Now it is a polynomial function, so just replace the limit, replace x by 1, it means apply the limit, replace x by 1 and you will get it is equals to 1. Similarly, when you write here, replace x by 1, you will get 1 squared, that is equals to 1. You can see that the limit from the left is equals to the limit from the right hand side. So you can say that both the limits are equals to 1. Now replace 1 to the function, so that will gives you 1 square and it is equals to 1. Now you have to give the reasons of the continuity. This is the main task you have to do. What you can say that the limit x approaches to 1 from the left side is equals to the limit x approaches to 1 from the right hand side. And also you can say that limit x approaches to 1 from the both side is equals to the function itself. And that's why the function is continuous. Here the question is find if the two-sided limit exists and sketch the graph. They are talking about to find the limit from both sides only, and the condition is given as negative 2. So you have to find limit x approaches to negative 2 from the left side. Also, you have to collect the data what it will be equals to when the limit is coming from the right hand side and the limit x approaches to negative 2 from both sides. So negative 2 from the left side means you have to write the equation where all the x values are less than negative 2. So the equation is 3 plus x square. The values at the right hand side are given by the equation 11 minus x square, and we have to write the function's name itself to calculate the limit from the both sides. Since it is a polynomial function, replace x by negative 2. So you will get here 3 plus 2, that is 5, and here also negative 2 whole square, that will gives you 4. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is equals to 7. 3 times 4, 4, it is also equals to 7. Now both the limits are equal to each other, so you can say both the limits are equals to 7. Now they are asking you to sketch the graph. Now here 3 plus x square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I am making here. And on this side also I am making it here. Now the best way, either you can use the graphic calculator or you can make a table. So let's make a table. X and y, from the left hand side it is equals to 3 plus x square. Just take 2 or 3 values. Start always from the number that is given in the condition, that is negative 2, negative 3 and negative 4. Replace x by one with these values and get the answer. So 3 plus negative 2 whole square, it gives you 7. Then 3 plus negative 3 whole square, it will gives you 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 3 plus negative 4 whole square, it will gives you 16, 17, 18 and 19. Now go to the negative 2, negative 3, negative 4 and just sketch a graph randomly, a random graph. So negative 2 and 7, here it is negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 3 and 12, so 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 here. So here negative 3 and 12 and negative 4 and somewhere here 19. So it will be a curve actually. It is a curve like this and it will go on, and it is also a parabola, and here you can say that limit x is negative 2. And negative 2 is not included when you have the signs like this or like this, less than or greater than. It means you will make a hollow point in the end because this point is not included. Now make a graph of the second equation, that is 11 minus x square. So you have negative 2, start x from always negative 2, the condition that is given to you. And you will have 11 minus x square, so it is negative 2, negative 1 and 0. So 11 minus 2 whole square, it will gives you 7. 11 minus 1 whole square, it will give you 10. And 11 minus 0 square, it will gives you 11. So you have on the negative 2, the answer is 7. On negative 1, the answer is 10, 8, 9 and here you have 10. And then you have on the 0, the answer is 11. So again this is a kind of the parabola like this. But you can see that here also the limit is hollow point. The last point is not included, so you will make it as a hollow point. But you can see both are reaching to the same position, that is equals to 7. So since both are same, so the limit exists. So you will write here limit exists. Now here you are asked to discuss the continuity of the function on the closed interval. So we know whenever we have been asked to read the closed interval from a till b, we have nothing before the a. It means only the limit from the right hand side we have to read for the A, and here we have nothing on the right hand side of the B, so we will read the limit of B from left hand side only. And since we have to read the limits and the function for the closed interval, we have to see whether they are equal to each other or they are not equal to each other. Now limit x approaches to -1 from the right hand side, and we always will see f of -1. So here we have 1 over x minus square, x square minus 4. So replace x by -1. You will get here -1 over 3. When you will replace 1 over -1 whole square minus 4 to calculate the function, it is also -1 over 3. So you can say that the function is continuous at the point -1. You will write here, give the conclusion, limit x approaches to -1 from the right hand side is equals to f of -1. Now we have to see what will happen if we apply the limit on the 2 from the left hand side, and also what will happen if we read f of 2. Now here we will see 1 over x square minus 4. Replace x by 2. So you will get here 2 square minus 4. That means your unbounded behavior, it is infinity. And since you have to read it from the left hand side, it will give you 1.999, so you will get negative infinity. You can use the graphical approach to find it out. Now limit, again I will say that in place of x you will not write the 2 exactly. Why? Here I wrote it 2, but it is wrong. Why? Because you have to read the limit. So the nearest point on the left hand side is 1.999. So here you will, rather than writing 2, you will write 1.999, which will gives you the asymptote as a negative with the negative sign. Now if you apply the limit directly to square minus 4 in the question, of course you will get the answer as undefined. But 2 is included in the closed interval. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that function is discontinuous in the closed interval. Why? Because the 2 value is undetermined. Now the question is, verify that the